Hi! Welcome to the stream, everyone. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing fine. Just making sure everything is set up properly. Seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it is. Everything looks fine. So welcome to a short. Oh, I think I fucked up here. Welcome to a short stream today. We're gonna have a very short-lived stream because I had a very busy day. So welcome everyone to the stream. If you're watching this later, well, welcome to the video, I guess. Then nothing really major, right? But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are doing fine and all that good stuff. To be quite honest, I'm not really sure if this stream is actually going to be fine or anything, but we'll see. Because it's very last minute. Like, I barely had any time to prepare for today. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Today was really busy for me, so I barely had any time to focus myself on anything other than my duties. So yeah. I'm looking at my beautiful face. Jesus Christ. Aren't I handsome? Like, I look at my own reflection on the stream and I'm just starstruck. You know, someone is going to drop by who's not used to the stream, not used to me, and he's going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Looks hideous. I don't care. So welcome. As always, please leave any suggestions for reactions in the chat, because that's how we do things here. You know, the chat commands me, and all that good stuff. So yeah, leave the suggestions in the chat. That's mostly it. Interesting. And like, if we don't start, I started really late. Yeah, I started really late. It is what it is, though. I couldn't start earlier today. Like, I just could not. I had no possibility to start the stream a bit earlier. But yeah, suggestions in the chat below, don't forget, all that stuff, so that we can do some reactions. Because this channel is famous for my reactions, you know. You might not know, but this channel was founded on reactions. I know, shocking. Shocking. I too believed that it was founded on my good looks. But unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. Just seeing if anyone else joins in. I see. Okay. It's always giving me this error. I think it's because my internet is slow. Right. Let's see. Well, in the meantime, I'm doing something else. While I wait for the people to join on the stream, I will be doing something different. Well, not different. I'll just be playing a little game while I wait for other people to join in and give suggestions on the reactions. So I'll do a little bit of gameplay while I'm at it. so that the people that come by that don't wanna just wanna see me react to something have something to see at the very least. You know, I'm a very generous person. Very generous. Okay, seems to be working fine. And that's all. So hopefully everyone's doing fine today. I am quite tired. Spent all day doing stuff. So I am quite tired today. But it is what it is. I finally got some free time, so I decided to do a short live stream. It's just going to be like an hour. Not more nor less. Just for the sake of, you know, doing a live stream today. Quite honestly. So we will see if people join in and give some suggestions, as that's the point, you know, to react to what the people want. And let's see. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Mega Man. Hello, Mega Man. Well, maybe. Well, perhaps now that I have suggestions, I don't need actually to do any gameplay. Well, okay. Welcome to the stream, Mega Man. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing fine. Today is going to be a short stream. Because, you know, I barely had any time to do anything else today. I couldn't stream earlier. I had to start a bit late. And I'm quite tired. My apologies. And I'm quite tired. Like, really tired. But, you know, it is what it is. Doing a little 1 hour stream. Yeah, I was very busy. Lots of chores to do today. That's great, I'm glad to hear it. But yeah, I had lots of chores to do today. And because of that, like, I just could not start earlier. But yeah, we can do some reactions now. We can do like an hour before I have to leave. But I decided that, you know, why not just do the reaction hour that I usually do on these live streams, right? I thought, you know, there's nothing stopping me, so I decided why not. That's mostly it. I couldn't even finish like the video for today. Sure, let's continue. You know, you're the only one giving suggestions, so you're the boss. You are the boss. Okay. So this is the first opening, right? Yeah. So this is the first opening, voiced by Claude. So maybe considering that you're the only one here giving suggestions, what we will do is I will watch the video twice. One in which I'll look into the visuals, and the second one I'll look into the lyrics, and then we'll see. So let's begin with the visual part. Oh, it doesn't have translation. Okay, fuck it then. We'll watch it once then. Yeah, I realize that now. Okay. Hmm. I don't know, it feels very simplistic. I enjoyed the sequence with Pegasus. Cause, you know, it showcases the villain, but at the same time, it's kind of spoilerish to already show the villain like this, in my opinion. Like, I personally think, you know, you keep the villain kind of hidden. So that's kind of a surprise because Pegasus, uh, you know, you could have just played it off as Pegasus being just this, you know, really rich game maker that decided to make a tournament for no reason whatsoever. And then you could have in the story, right? You could have them figuring out Pegasus' plan to get the Millennium items so that he could revive his wife. So it could have been kind of like that, right? We could have had that. Obviously, Pegasus reveals himself to be the villain very early on in the show. So this doesn't technically spoil anything. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like both the show and the opening should have decided to play it a little bit more careful. But I do like the imagery here. But besides that, like, this is very... It kind of feels like a Digimon opening, if I'm being very honest. Again, it's very, very shonen, very shonen. But this feels like Digimon Frontier opening to me. Yeah, no, yes, I understand that, Mega Man. I understand that. Like, but I'm just saying, from a creative point of view, it seems just so niche to just reveal it so soon, both in the episode and in the shows, in the, obviously the opening. But yeah, and it feels kind of like Digimon Frontier to me. The very simple looking opening. To be quite honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this opening, because for I think this is. I think this doesn't really fit with the show. The show is way more stale because of how long the battles go. The show is kind of stale because of that. So personally, I'm not 100% sure if this actually works as an opening. First of all, again, shonen, very shonen. In my personal opinion, very shonen. The way I see it, the imagery, very, very simplistic. You have obviously the introduction of the main character, the introduction of the main character's ability, in this case being the fact that he has the Millennium item that allows him to interact with Atom. You have the friend introduction, you have the rival introduction and the battle sequence in the opening, which these shows always have. They always have a battle sequence. Dragon Ball had it. You know, so Dragon Ball had it. And I'm sure a lot of others. Yeah, I don't really think this is any decent of an opening. This feels like very, very bland. If I had to describe it, I would say it's bland, tasteless. It's just formulaic, you know? If I had to describe it, that's what I would say personally. It's very by the formula. And that's not something that I personally am very interested in. Moving on, I guess. Moving on to the next one from season 2. Don't be too quick. Don't jump the gun, buddy. Don't jump the gun. Even season 0 feels like Yugi versus Kaiba fight is more interesting. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you. Like, the imagery on the season 0 one, even though I find that the season 0 is also very formulaic. Even though I find that the season 0 one is also very formulaic, I have to agree with... It's at least more energetic. I still don't think it fits, especially season 0. I think the two... Let me put it this way. Season 0's OP is decent. It's decent. It's not great. It's decent. But it's worse than the one that we just watched for one simple reason. Is that season 0's OP does not fit the show. Does not fit the show. Whilst, you know, if season 0 OP was utilized in the dual monsters version, it would have been completely fine. It would have been completely fine. Again, a bit simplistic of an opening, but still, it would have had the right feeling to it, because that's the type of show it became, basically. But yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with the second one. Okay. Wasn't the back of Merrick like a huge secret? And it's just in the opening. Like, wasn't this supposed to be like this huge secret? Or am I mistaken? Because I kind of have the feeling that the back of Merrick was supposed to be a secret. Besides that, overall, it was definitely better. It was definitely better, but again, it's just it just feels too similar to the first one. It was better than the first one, but it still feels very similar. This feels like I'm looking at the history of shonen openings. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm looking at the history of shonen openings. I think it was more energetic, which definitely works as a positive note for the show. Let's see. Huh. Like I'm trying to see of the things that happen. Like if there are I find this sequence to be redundant. I find this to be very redundant. pointless even. Um, Alex, welcome. We are doing Yu-Gi-Oh openings today. Yes, that's I was about to, yes, Mega Man, you are right. I was about to get to that. You know, we have symbolism, obviously. Let's see if we can identify it. This is fine. This sequence here is fine because, again, it's introducing a mysterious character that we don't know a lot about it. Villain introduction, very simplistic. Let's see. A little bit of a friend introduction, I guess. I don't know why it's just Joey. I guess it's because he plays they range from bad to decent. I don't know why only Joey has an appearance in the opening. I don't know if that's necessarily needed. Because I get that he had like a big story involvement in season 2. But, you know, I'm just not sure that he himself needed to have like a representation right at the beginning, especially you know, having his sister crying in the background. This is like the hero shot that we always get, like the hero shot. We always get these types of shots in these types of shows. Okay, okay. Okay. But in my personal opinion, it would make more sense if Taya was like divided between the two of them, the friend that she knew and the new friend she make. Not in the terms of the secrets in general, but like in terms of um, the show itself, like her own personal feelings. But like I'm trying to see. Obviously, we have the introduction of the god cards. This is actually what I find to be particularly interesting. It's the introduction of the god cards, the mysterious cards that you don't know about, and in the very beginning of the show, right? You don't know about the god cards, so this actually works very favorably, for a very simple reason. It's because you know, the god cards here give you what is it called in English? Fuck it. Kind of forgot. Foreshadow. They foreshadow. That's right. I sometimes forget stuff, but it always comes back. It foreshadows the mysterious cards. They give you the notion that they are powerful, but you don't really know what they are, and all that good stuff. The scene in the end with the three god cards, I think it's very interesting. Okay, okay. Then it gets a pass. That can take a pass then. Quite honestly. If what again, what you're telling me is very based off the show. So obviously you know a little bit more than me, right? But again, if she is divided and if it's that symbology, then yes, I agree that it is good and not redundant at all. So I like the foreshadowing here. Let's see, villain introduction, character introduction actually. Okay, trying to see if I can find what I'm looking for. You said to me, Mega Man, that the intro had symbology about Yami getting his memories back. Where would that be? Because I can't find it. Because that's what I was looking for in the beginning. You told me that there was a lot of symbolism. It's not that. You told me that there was a lot of symbolism about Yami finding his own memories and all that good stuff, but I couldn't really find it. Maybe it could be because I'm not very I don't have a lot of memory. Yami coming out of the tablet. Is that enough? I guess yes. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess you are right. You could easily argue that this is like the history, and he's going through the history. The tablet represents the past. Yeah, you're right. The tablet represents his past self, the person he used to be, and coming out of the tablet is symbolic to him recovering the memories, because he's like going through those experiences. Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, so this is definitely a lot better than the first one. Again, still kind of meh in general. Because I find it to be very simplistic, in my personal opinion. But it actually has a lot more to it than I originally thought. So this one, my apologies. So this one actually gets a huge pass. I think this one is actually decent. Because yes, what you're saying is completely right. You have the tablet, the symbology of the tablet. You have the symbology of the separation between Yugi and Yami. You have the symbology of the god cards, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, no, I agree with you, Mega Man. Again, it's still not great, but it's good. But it's decent. It has a lot more than I originally thought, and all of it put together does raise my opinion of this opening, because it clearly has way more thought put into it than the first one, and it's playing with the mythology of the show as well, which is good for an opening to do. It's not just showcasing the type of show, it also gives you a little bit of a something a little bit more to it. Hello, Pariah, welcome. Remind me, Pariah, you wanted to see. You wanted to see if Digimon won, right? Digimon 1 is the one by Polygon. Is it the one by Polygon? At the start, Yu-Gi-Oh was decent, but the story writing in it is so bad. And Yu-Gi arcs are the best. And the Yu-Gi arcs are the best. The dub writing tends to be bad. I recommend watching the original, so it helps a lot. Yeah, I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh in such a long time. Quite honestly, I haven't watched it in a lot of time. But I'm sure it has. Three gods. Expected more. Yes. I was also disappointed. Just three gods. My god. How bourgeois. It's the Polygon video. Okay. So, because I promised we are watching this one now. I said we would watch it next stream. So I have my solemn
On
duty.
February 27th, 1996, Nintendo published two quaint little cartridges called Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green.
Indeed.
23
that
years
is
and
true.
countless games, animes, jet skins, and inside-out plushies later, Pokemon has earned over $95 billion, making it
Yes,
the most
it is.
profitable media franchise
It
in
is.
the world. But
It
what
is.
if it wasn't?
I'm going to stop right here because when you hear about how profitable Pokemon actually is, and when you look at the games, especially compared to other less profitable companies, it can be so disappointing. It can be so disappointing. Oh my god. It makes me kind of sad, to be very honest. As a Pokemon fan myself, like, I look at games like Genshin Impact. I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact. Actually, recently not as much. But I like Genshin Impact, right? And that game is fucking free, okay? And it beats any Pokemon game by a landslide in terms of story, in terms of world and design, in terms of things you can do. The only thing that it doesn't beat Pokemon is in collectibles, because Pokemon has over 900 Pokemon right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think we surpassed the 900 mark. Not sure though. But yeah, no, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing. But let's continue.
Where would we be as
I
a
just want
culture
to
if
rant.
instead of experiencing Pokemania, we experienced Pokemon. What if Digimon had won? We're about to step into an entirely fictitious universe, a digiverse, so to speak, where the media we had access to in the 90s was different.
Yes.
It takes only a few small tweaks to create an entirely new timeline. And like the flapping of a butterfree's wings, those tweaks ripple out, creating a future so different it makes the Digiverse unrecognizable in just 15 years. When the first Pokemon video game arrived in Japan in 1996, it was instantly popular, enough to spin off into a card game and anime within a year of its release.
Yeah.
The anime was so popular that 600 Japanese Pokemon fans were taken to the hospital after watching Den-o Senshi Porygon before the year was out. After the so-called seizure episode aired, the anime went on hiatus for 4 months before returning to TV.
Yeah, I heard about that. There's a couple of episodes from Pokemon that are banned due to being inappropriate. The Porygon one was because of the seizures. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Pariah, you did. You did.
It debuted later that year in America, prompting parents across the Stever household to say, "Is that Japanimation I've been hearing about?" Meanwhile, Digimon was hatched to Japanese markets in 1997 by Bandai in the form of a virtual pet designed to capitalize.
Okay, so Digimon came a year after Pokemon, so it's a Pokemon clone. Unless Digimon existed previously in a manga format, it's a Pokemon
on
clone.
The Tamagotchi craze, but for boys, which is a nonsense marketing phrase that means with fighting. The accompanying anime didn't premiere until 2 years later, after Pokemon was already established. Despite being very different franchises, Digimon was never really able to shake off the perception of being just a Pokemon clone. It's like how stamp collectors are always getting dunked on by coin collectors just because they both collect systems of symbolic buying power. It's like, get over it, guys. In America, the seizure episode warranted a few articles, mostly referencing this unheard of Japanese cartoon. In Japan, it was a huge incident. Nintendo stock dropped 5%, and Japan's Ministry of Health and Welfare investigated. This is where we find the catalyst for our new timeline. Can you imagine a world in which concerns for Den-o Senshi Porygon weren't put aside? Take my hand, and let me guide you through the Digiverse.
Yeah, me too. I watched all of the Forbidden episodes. I think there's one that I have never watched. I don't think I ever watched the one in which a Jinx kisses Brock. I think that's the only one I never watched, but I'm not sure. I might have watched. Yeah, it's my screen, okay? Oh. Give me a second. What happened? Okay, I'm back. The camera disconnected. I actually thought you were talking about this. And I was like, well, it's black because it's the screen. Like, come on. But no, it actually blacked out. I don't know why it disconnected. It's weird. But I prefer Digimon as a child. Digimon was a better animation than Pokemon, because Pokemon was very childlike. Not to say that. I personally think that the best thing to watch from Pokemon is the movies, personally. Like, I think the anime is very simple and kind of... I think Digimon had a better anime. But, in my opinion, Pokemon is better. Alex, Pokemon is definitely better, in my personal opinion.
This article from the Japan Times includes an innocuous clip.
Oh, I watched them online, Pariah. They never allowed it to. Oh, that's completely natural, Mega Man. That's completely natural. Like, what I like about Pokemon, personally, I've said this. I think I've said this to a lot of people, but I don't think I've ever said it on stream. For me, I don't think I would like Pokemon if I had not found it as a child. Personally, like, I really enjoy Pokemon. I like the mythology. I like the games. I have the games. I have limited editions. I have cards. I have coins. I have a Dialga in the fucking background. Right? But I don't know. Man. But I do believe that I would not have liked it as much if I didn't found it as a child, personally. But again, it could be so good. It could be so good. Pokemon could be so good if they actually decided to give a fuck about the games and the series. It could be so good. That's the thing that hurts me the most. That's why I stopped watching the anime, quite honestly. Because it actually physically hurt me to know the potential of the series and to see that they just wouldn't go with it.
Closing line. TV Asahi would have concerns. One of the owners of this network was Toei Company, who also owns Toei Animation, the studio responsible for a few animes you may have heard of.
Yeah.
And who owns Toei?
I still have to watch Sailor Moon. I still want to watch Sailor Moon, but I'm actually going to watch it with my niece.
Company? Bandai. TV Asahi wasn't the only company.
Ash's dad is going to appear in the newest movie. Ash's dad is going to be revealed in the new movie. Yeah, dad. Yeah, the dad. The dad. Well, you did wrong, Pariah. You should come back. Come back to Pokemon. It's very fun. The games are very fun. But the anime you can leave. The games are fun. They should be better. They should be way better, but they are fun. Yeah, Ash's dad is going to be revealed very soon. In the Coco movie. Ash's dad is going to be revealed. So, yay! We are going to finally find out who's the bastard that abandoned his wife and child all those years ago and never decided to leave alimony. Oh, I want to watch Sailor Moon. I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to do it with my niece. I wanna do it with my niece when she gets old enough to enjoy that, so that we have a little bonding time as uncle and niece.
Game Freak was still negotiating with Nintendo to bring Pokemon stateside. Gail Tilden, the vice president of product acquisition for Nintendo.
You should play. I'm just stopping it because I'm answering the. I'm just answering the chat. Pariah, you should play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon instead. Sun and Moon is not as good as Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah.
Of America.
Now I'm going to focus on the video, okay?
About bringing it over. RPGs on the Game Boy hadn't sold well in America, and Tilden had fair and legitimate concerns about the anime. In the Digiverse, TV Asahi never brings Pokemon back from hiatus, and it quietly disappears. Like other Nintendo franchises with shameful TV histories, Pokemon remains primarily a video game property. And with the anime gone, Tilden does still
also, Mega Man, do not insult Pokemon, okay? Pokemon is not trash. You can insult other things, but not Pokemon.
With these two logically sound,
this is a Pokemon-friendly, obligatory chat.
Pokemon's footprint in America, which leaves room for another animal-battling franchise to step up. Digimon seized the chance to capture the market in North America, and Bandai goes all in promoting its flagship franchise. We're talking Times Square building.
Okay.
Giant Agumon bus.
Okay, sorry, Pariah.
Of Digivice watches, telling kids across the country.
I was talking about Pokemon. S&M is the it's the Sun and Moon games.
Kansas never gets the chance to rename itself to Pikachu. Instead, Montgomery, Alabama is briefly renamed Agu Montgomery to hype Digimon's arrival in America in 1999. The city latches onto the franchise as part of its 2001 down.
Alex. That's kinda of a capital offense in my chat. What you're saying, Alex. You know that's strike one, Alex. That's strike one. I'm watching you.
From 2002 to 2010, the city hosts a yearly
Pokemon is trash, my ass.
And brands itself as the digital capital of America. This has the intended effect, and the city begins soliciting bids from large tech companies to build their headquarters nearby. With these two small boardroom decisions, Montgomery, Alabama becomes the Silicon Valley of the South. Incredible. But that's just the beginning. In the Digiverse, Pokemon Red and Blue are still modestly successful, mostly purchased by people who already had a Game Boy. Compared to our timeline, modestly successful is an embarrassment for Pokemon. Of the top 10 best-selling games for the Game Boy, 5 are Pokemon games.
Yeah.
The franchise didn't necessarily save Nintendo or the Game Boy. Both were hugely successful before it was released. But it did create a monopoly for the Game Boy hardware, kind of like electronic kudzu. It just strangled out any competitors. The only real handheld competition was the Wonder Swan, which was designed specifically to beat the Game Boy by the man who designed the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi. It was cheaper, had better graphics and battery life. By all accounts, it should have been the
But it did not have Pokemon.
Nintendo's water type. But it had poor sales and was never even released in America. Without a powerhouse IP like Pokemon,
indeed,
no
Alex,
the Wonder Swan could
indeed.
beat the Game Boy. But the
You
Wonder
should
Swan
know by
is made
now
by
what type
Bandai,
of chat
and in
this is.
new media landscape we've created, it makes sense to bring it to America. Bandai had previously worked with Mattel to import the Intellivision to Japan, and now Mattel repays them by bringing the Wonder Swan stateside. It sells okay, staking its place in the market. Then Digimon Adventure Anode Tamer and Cathode Tamer are released, and sales of the Wonder Swan make it the #1 handheld console. Because it directly ties into the anime, both ventures experience a synergistic boost. Digimon and Bandai have arrived. To imagine how weird this would be.
But it was not only the fact that it was Game Boy. It's the fact that nothing like that kind of existed. There was a lot of different monsters. Where I live, like, a lot of people owned at least a Game Boy and had at least a Pokemon game. It doesn't mean like they continue with the games, but most of them had. Like my brother who doesn't like Pokemon had Pokemon Yellow, for instance. So yeah, Pokemon actually has had a lot of curiosity to its gameplay. It's in itself. You know, it was an RPG that was a bit different. That's right, Alex. That's right.
Take a moment to say out
That's
loud,
right.
do you have the
Avec moi.
One in stock? With the success of Digimon, Bandai releases several other games based on their manga and anime properties, including those developed for female audiences. They promote these games with commercials that take shots at the game Boy for being short-sighted and sexist. The fighting game Outrageous Fight Sailor Moon and the RPG Card Captor Sakura sell well to audiences of all genders. Anime remains a relatively niche interest in the Digiverse, so these properties are never aired on broadcast TV. Late-night cable channels air blocks of anime to fill time, and there are a few anime cons in America, but it never breaks free from its ultra-violent, ultra-sexual aura. This is one of the worst aspects, because it means Digiverse Jenna has never heard a Cruel Angel's thesis. But it's not
that's
just
criminal.
that a few iconic anime and their total bop theme songs don't make it to VHS at your local mall's
Not hearing
Sandviken
Cruel
store.
Angel
For a
thesis
lot
is
of
criminal.
Gen Y kids, now known as millennials, Pokemon was their first experience with anime. What happens if it were Digimon instead? In the Digiverse timeline, Digimon is never considered second best, and it becomes a runaway success. It's praised for its complex character arcs and thoughtful world building. The Digivice becomes a beloved icon that anyone, not just Digimon fans, can identify.
Yes!
Friend groups form around which Digi-Destin you are. Team Jenna thinks she's a Sora, but she's really an Izzy. Tai and Agumon become household names. Or should I say, Tyler and Agumon. See, in this new timeline, any anime airing in America has to be Americanized within an inch of its life. Whole character arcs are discarded for being seen as too foreign. Guilemon is recolored to be red, white, and blue. Tai Kamiya becomes Tyler Cameron. Sora Takanochi becomes Sarah Townsend. Without the mainstreaming effect
Jesus
Pokemon
Christ.
had on anime,
Yeah,
Disney projects a much smaller
Cruel Angel
audience
thesis
for
is
its
like
imported Ghibli movies.
so good.
It limits the theatrical releases of Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away accordingly. Spirited Away isn't even nominated for an Academy Award.
That's criminal! I hate this world. I'm sorry, I like Digimon fine. But this world is just terrible. What the fuck is this? Dystopian, cruel, godforsaken world. What the fuck? I will not stand in a world in which Spirited Away does not win an Oscar.
Ice Age wins instead, but this has absolutely no effect on the rest of history. Without a regular anime series, Nintendo basically cancels Pikachu. Pokemon Yellow is never made. Neither is the first Pokemon movie Pokemon the First Movie, thus robbing us forever of the time capsule of Roger Ebert's 2-star review. In 2001, Nintendo releases a different Pokemon movie, one that follows Ash as he tries to decide how to evolve his lifelong companion Pokemon, Eevee. The movie is hugely successful in Japan and goes straight to video in America. That leads to low sales.
Ooh, it appears that we have some conflicting thoughts in the chat. Alex, if you start fighting people, don't abuse your mod powers. I'm the only one who can abuse the mods.
Sales of the Eevee-centric follow-up game, Pokemon Eeveelution. Despite predating Digimon by a few years, Pokemon is seen in America as just a ripoff. Like how Hydrox predates Oreos, but if you post about liking them on the cookie boards, you're just a fake cookie girl. Digimon Adventure features a large cast of distinct characters with rich inner lives, struggling with real-world issues, like the fact that Matt and TK are estranged because of their parents' divorce. In the Digiverse, this story really helps a lot of kids who are struggling with that issue. But it also means we're all up in our brains about cartoons way earlier. the DeviantArt message boards become the go-to place for fandom and feelings. Digimon characters also have story arcs that allow them to grow. I mean, like literally, they grow up and they get older. And longtime fans get to see these characters mature.
That's good to hear, Alex. That's good to hear.
Married, they have kids, and then
I'm the only one who's allowed to abuse power.
For some reason.
Unlimited power.
Media in 90s America was about rejecting adulthood and staying young forever. But as you may now realize, that's not how time works. Pokemon stories were often specifically about not embracing change. But I don't think we can really blame Nintendo entirely for this. I'm looking at you, dorm room Digimon bedsheets. In the Digiverse, cartoon producers perceive this kind of character growth as an essential part of getting kids to tune in from week to week. Season-long arcs become the standard in children's media. By the mid-2010s, TV critics cite Digimon alongside Hill Street Blues and The Wire as popularizing this format. Cartoon characters age in relative real time. By the late 2000s, older shows like The Simpsons, whose characters never age, are seen as outdated, unnatural, and limited, like a modern sitcom with a laugh track. It's canceled before it can be canceled. Other shows change to follow this format. The 17th season of Arthur is about grappling with aging after he blows out his knee in a pickup basketball game.
Jesus Christ.
Thus begins the era of planned merchandise obsolescence. Each season of a cartoon features new character designs, which means last year's Kim Possible lunchbox isn't gonna cut it. Keeping up with the most recent version of a character becomes prohibitively expensive, and a clear class.
Kim Possible actually grows. Kim Possible actually grows. So I don't think that's actually a good example.
For children. Which means in this new universe, we would have been bullied for entirely different things. And isn't that fun? Because the Digimon cartoon features very little collecting, it avoids the widespread criticism that Pokemon faced for being akin to hoarding. Instead, concerns are raised about how bodacious some of the Digimon are. Although the furry fandom has been in existence in some form or another since the 1980s, the prevalence of buff, cognizant, anthropomorphized animal characters in the Digiverse timeline awakens a large number of teens to that community. Specifically, on
that is true.
One of the country's top 5 social media sites. By the mid-2010s, most furries cite Digimon as the most notable first experience.
Have you heard the tale of
Digimon
the Plagueis the Wise?
Community in the eyes of the public. So furries are assimilated into the mainstream culture much earlier than in our timeline. Any media that can be made furry adjacent is greenlit. Richard Curtis's 2009 movie Cats shatters the box office revenue records, only to fall from grace with the hastily produced and ill-conceived sequel, Cats 2. It doesn't land on its feet. HBO's Redwall is a dark adult tale about Matthias, a mouse monk, fighting against Clooney the Scourge. The series is praised for its practical and lifelike effects and becomes a phenomenon the likes of which we rarely see. Nobody owns the concept of furries, so companies like Hot Topic cash in, offering off-the-rack fursuits that are low quality, but do open up the community for everyone. Because a Patamon flapped its wings, it's cool to be a furry in the Digiverse. But that's not the only benefit. Pokemon was a huge money-making endeavor, so a lot of talented designers were cogs in that machine. But what happens when those designers are freed from chasing that fresh green Pokemoney and are allowed to pursue their own projects? The Pokemon card game was developed by Creatures Inc., a company founded by former employees of Ape Inc., makers of the cult classic hit Earthbound. Without the extensive Pokemon work on their plate, Creatures Inc. is free to return to the Mother franchise unhindered, instead of the staggered 12-year development.
I actually know a lot of people who would kill to have another Mother game, another Mother game.
The studio releases Mother 3 in 2001. Yeah. Great for Mother fans, but what about the rest of us? We know from interviews in our universe that the N64 version of Mother 3 was going to be a darker and more adult game, but that the writer Itoi's vision for it...
Now, Alex, don't be mean to the furries, okay?
Itoi doesn't get that
Treat them nicely.
The
they are kings in this world.
Japan and America is a big tonal shift for Nintendo. The game is hugely successful, and proves there's room to mature Mario and Zelda and other Nintendo.
But yes,
IPs
Alex, in this
into
chat we need to be
hardcore
very
R-rated
positive.
media, which means no
In
more
case
baby
anyone
games, game babies.
is furry
Nintendo
in
all
this
but
chat. We
abandons
need to be
chippers.
nice to them. We need to be nice to them. And if... Yeah. No, yeah, no, this has got to be like this has got to be something that took a lot of time to write, because you know, when writing in hypotheticals, like, you need to really think. If you want to do like a realistic hypothetical, like, you do really need to think about the possibilities of how things could have been. But yeah, Alex, we need to be nice to people in this chat, because imagine that a millionaire comes by, Alex, okay? Imagine that a millionaire comes by, Alex, and he wants to give me all of his money. We need to be nice to those people, Alex. We need to be nice to the millionaires so that they can pay me. Good, Alex, good. That's that's what I like to hear, Alex. Hey, Pikachu can die for all I care. I couldn't give a lesser fuck about Pikachu. Pikachu is so overrated.
Slice of life games, which means Animal Crossing withers before it can be shaken from the tree. Digimon claiming
that would
yet
be
another
bad.
Nintendo IP. In the Digiverse, Toei Company focuses on importing more of its live-action shows to America.
Power Rangers!
Saban Entertainment,
Yes!
who also localized Digimon. This includes Super Sentai series, which in both timelines is recut and renamed Power Rangers. Bandai holds the toy license for these series, of course, and makes a mint from merch sales.
Go Power
Saban
Rangers!
quickly becomes a powerhouse in children's media. In our world, Saban found success producing the X-Men cartoon, even funding additional episodes after Marvel's bankruptcy in late 1996. But a Saban-produced Captain America cartoon never aired due to lack of funding. In the Digiverse, Saban has that funding. They not only produce the show, but they swoop in to purchase Marvel in 1998. Saban launches Marvel Studios, and taking a cue from Saban's Power Rangers, focuses on shows with strong team dynamics. Saban's Captain America is reformatted into Saban's Captain America Super Team, featuring some familiar faces, each piloting a different limb of a giant red, white, and blue mecha. It is hugely popular, running for several seasons before being turned into a live-action movie in 2004.
Well, it is
This
called
kicks off
Animal
a
Crossing,
Saban
so
Marvel versus DC
kind of makes
Comics
sense.
race, culminating in a head-to-head summer blockbuster showdown in 2010. The Avengers fight Fing Fang Foom in Saban's Avengers Assemble, and the Justice League battles Starro in Super All-Stars Justice League. Neither is able to beat the current box office record holder, 2006's Digimon Danger, the live-action sequel to the cartoon Digimon Data Squad. To save on costs, all of
cannot
these
be
Saban
good.
productions are filmed and edited for international release the same way Saban's Power Rangers is. The masked portions of the film remain untouched, while the sequences where we can see the heroes' faces are reshot, with different actors filling in the role depending on the intended market, a format that comes to be known as Sentaiing. The trend is rightfully criticized, but that doesn't stop it from becoming a widely accepted mainstream approach to cinema. In 2012, Arise Dark Knights becomes the first Sentai movie to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards, all because Digimon won. By the mid-2010s,
I don't think that it
15
would be
years
like
after
that.
the Digivergent point, the media landscape caused by Digimon's success looks fundamentally different from our own. So much so that I can no longer speculate with any accuracy what the future holds. The world is a different place, and so are its denizens. Or should I say, digizens. You open your phone with its signature clipped corners,
Digiphone.
play a few rounds of Digimon Go, then hop on Digitube to watch some vids. And what's that? Your favorite Digitube channel, Polygon, has a new video? It's called What If Pokemon Had Won? It's 2020, and Digimon rule the earth.
I love it. It's so ridiculous. I do remember what you do for a living. You are a fashion store owner. You're a fashion store owner. You are a guy with great taste. That's why you come to my streams, because I'm a very beautiful person. I'm a very beautiful person, and that's what captivates you. Fuck you. Alright. Really? Well, you can always watch it later then. TMI though. TMI. TMI. Yeah, no, that was fun. That was so ridiculous, but it was fun. It was really fun. I'm going to be very honest. I don't think this would have happened. I don't think this would have happened, even if Digimon had won. I don't think. Why? Why? What's happening? Alex, what's happening? Yeah. Yeah, I have to go, unfortunately. I do have to go with... It would make a lot of sense, I'm going to be very honest. Digimon Go would make a lot of sense. I'm actually surprised that they never made it. Let me just do this. Really quickly. Digimon Go would make a lot of sense. Let's dance to the music. But yeah, no, that was kind of ridiculous. That was kind of ridiculous. But it was still lots of fun. It was still lots of fun. But my friends, my people, my viewership. Alex, what's going on? I don't get it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening, Alex. You see, there's a delay, Alex, and I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, we'll do that, Mega Man. Pariah, I have to leave, Pariah. It's eating hours for me. This was a small stream. I only did it so that you guys had something to watch today. As well, Cell versus Gandanak. Oh yeah, you talked about that. Yeah, you talked about that, so we do have to watch it. We do have to watch it. But yeah, people. People, love you guys. Gonna have to go eat because I'm starving. And yeah, it was really fun to have you guys here. We actually managed to get quite a lot of viewers. I'm sorry. I had a burp that did not want to come up. Jesus Christ. That was terrible. But yeah, we actually got a lot of viewers, which I did not expect for a stream that was like an hour. But yeah, people. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully. If not, well, that's life. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching if you're watching this after the stream has ended. And yeah, see you guys soon. Bye!